So E3, Education Excellence and Equity, means to me is really the way we came up with the name of the organization, that we cannot have educational excellence without equity. So how do we really instill that as an organization so that we serve all of our students?
For me, I've been around E3 for quite a while, and E3 for me has been like a safe space where I feel smart. Yeah.
So when I think about what are the most important qualities for teacher leaders today, I always say I can only answer some of that because the students, they're in the classrooms every day, they would know what makes an effective teacher, but I would offer these things. I think first is creating an inclusive environment for students to learn is a key piece. Another quality is really finding the brilliance of all of their students in different ways is another key quality. And then ultimately, I think the biggest effective for a teacher leader is when they decide that they're the student also, in that willingness to learn.
Like, it's very stressful as a senior, and if the teacher understands that and they work accordingly with the student, like, it's really efficient. It helps the student engage more in the classroom. When a teacher has a work environment that allows students to enjoy themselves but also learn, that also allows the student to actually try in class.
Every child is brilliant, and we just got to find a way to assess that so we can raise that out of the child. I think the second piece for me that's really key is, as educators, we don't have, at the end of the day, the choice what student is coming before us in the classroom. And so being able to be brilliant themselves and have the courage to maybe go into that space of discomfort to learn and get feedback would probably be the second piece that I hope teachers walked away with today and in hearing our presentation. If I had the magic wand, I would change. The most important thing for me is the test. What do we measure? Because at the end of the day, what really counts is what we end up counting. And I know so many teachers that are frustrated with our system about teaching things that are important, but not as important as the brilliance and finding the brilliance of each child. So that probably would be the thing that I would change with the magic wand, is the test. Wow, so when I think about the perfect school, I'm definitely thinking about having, first of all of you in that perfect school. And I'm thinking about that at the end of the day, the parents and the teachers, along with the students, are most of all engaged. That we're measuring at the end of the day 100% engagement. And that might be that we're arguing. It may be that the parent is coming in and wanting something, but they're engaged. And that at the end of the day, teachers are really facilitators, and education principals are really also the conveners of holding that space. So that would be kind of my magic space of an ideal school. How about for you all?
We'll go along with the theme of equity, that the kids who needed more attention because of special needs and learning disabilities, that they would get the attention that they need. Because some kids don't now, and they struggle and they feel like they're stupid, but they just need the help. So
I really like what JuanCarlos is saying about being engaged, because I think, like, for me at least, it helps a lot in like a classroom environment to not be stuck on one type of teaching style. So like if there was some sort of like classroom implementation for like real life kind of situations, like I love it when we switch it up, we do like seminar style, or like the kids are like told they need to teach the material because it kind of like puts responsibility on you, or like getting out in the world, if there was like bringing speakers in, like hearing from like places where all of this is going to be used, like that's cool. So like really actively engaging the students in all sorts of things.
I like how JuanCarlos mentioned arguing. I feel like an argument allows people to learn from opposing sides. Like you listen and you take insight and you build off what people are arguing. You hear the feedback, and that allows for JuanCarlos' perfect school to improve. If there's a problem, he can look at it, see it, like examine what's happening, and try to fix it, or maybe just see what's missing.
My definition of brilliance, I think, would be finding like a quality within someone to like be really like driven and like purposeful, like very willing to make connections and get outside their comfort zone to experience new ideas, and like they're always willing to put their best foot forward. So I think working hard and then like trying, I guess.
Well, everyone's brilliant, and everyone's brilliance comes from a whole different like event for everyone. But I think brilliant is being able to be a human being and kind of take what you've been given and transform it into something better and greater for yourself.
I think brilliant's hard to define because there's so many different types to be brilliant, so many different ways you can be brilliant in things. But I think that being brilliant is like actually accepting it within yourself and saying, this is something I'm good at and I can be confident and go out in the world and teach other people about it and become like a leader in it. And that way you can really show it.
So when I think about brilliance and what it means to me, and is at the end of the day, brilliance is in all of us. And the simple way is, what's our purpose? And each of us as human beings have a different purpose. And quite frankly, we have 55 million children in this country who are tested about what they know and not necessarily the brilliance that they can bring. And so if there was a way, whether it's our test or another test that focuses on that kind of brilliance, I think we would actually be in a different place as a civilization. And so that's, I think, where we're going in our future, is these young people, they're gonna solve problems that they didn't create, but they're brilliant because they know what their purpose is. And as one mentor always says, never let your purpose be overcome by your passion. So being grounded on your brilliance, which is your purpose.